Okay, it was awkward occurrence, awkward entertainment. I've been trying to get this show started for the past freaking 30 minutes. So today's topics, we're going to be looking at the protests in Iraq, leaving 150 dead, or the number's now up to 150. Nine, as you can see by the title, nine Americans killed in a Mexican cartel ambush. And last but not least, there was a Popeyes chicken murder over a chicken sandwich. So I haven't looked into the Popeyes chicken murder, but I got a video of the reporter talking about it, or whoever was talking about it. Okay, let me start off with the 150 dead. Cause the video I have is just them going around the cameras, looking at protesters, the usual. You don't see no dead bodies of 150 dead. So they say the government of Iraq started using live ammunition on protesters. So they slaughtered 150 people. And that's hard to believe they slaughtered 150 people with no evidence, no video of it. Kind of hard to believe. Iraq is a democracy. They are a Western society. They have Western standards. So then again, that right there says it's hard to believe that their Western military killed 150 soldiers, 150 civilians. It ain't too hard to believe because people in military or anywhere are already mentally ill. And they take orders from a mentally ill government. So I don't doubt they will kill 150 civilians protesting because of a corrupt government, wages, food, all everything they're protesting about. Let me get a Zach. Let me see if I can find a Zach article of what they're protesting about. But it's the same old, same old. No wages, corruption, and whatnot. So let's see. Where protests in terms of reform. So I'm reading an article. They said protesters were blocking roads. Stability after defeating the Islamic State. I'm going to read this part. Since defeating Islamic State insurgents in 2017, I remember seeing that, Iraq has enjoyed 2 years of comparative stability. Just 2 years. But despite its oil wealth, many people live in poverty with limited access to clean water, electricity, healthcare, or education. So those are some of the things they're protesting about. It's poverty, clean water, electricity, healthcare, and education. It's kind of hard when you have a Western government established. It's kind of hard to believe people are protesting about clean water. Flint, Michigan, they need clean water, so it's not that hard to believe. Electricity, healthcare, or education. Democracy is supposed to be the way, the modern day way of holding people captive in a country. It's supposed to be the modern way. Protesters blame a political system that shares power among sectarian parties, entrenching corruption. Of course, it's corruption. I mean, it's corruption when Saddam was there. It's corruption when Americans came in and took over with the help of Iran. I don't know his name. Abdul Mahdi, in power for a year, enjoys the support of powerful Iran-backed political parties allied to armed militias. A government report says nearly 150 people were killed in the first week of arrests in early October. 70% were bullets to the head from these government groups, armed militia government groups. So they're not armed militia. These are military men of the government. I don't know why they call them armed militias. Since then, security forces have mainly used tear gas, rubber bullets, and stun grenades to repel demonstrators. You would never see no video of people getting shot in the head. It's just that part. There's no way to verify people are dead, but to take on the word of the state giving you the information. So I don't take the word of people saying 150 people are dead. Because that's too many people to be dead and there's no video of people getting shot. You have video of people just walking around during the protests and smoke bombs and all this, but come on. By the end of last week, and I'm not putting it past corruption to kill their own people. Of course they will. You see it all the time. By the end of last week, tens of thousands of people were turning out daily for by far the biggest anti-government demonstrations since the fall of Saddam Hussein in 2003. But Monday's violence suggested, yeah, 2003 Saddam Hussein fell. America, I can say carpet bomb. They bombed uptown Iraq. That's why I call it uptown Iraq, the capital. By Monday's violence suggested a return to earlier tactics, including fire live rounds into crowds. So Monday, this past Monday, they say the government was firing live rounds into the crowd, killing people. At least 6 protesters were killed on Monday in the capital of Baghdad, as again security forces, which is military, used live rounds. One protester was killed in Satra, a town in South, on Monday. So if you're losing live rounds, you expect to have more casualties than 6 on Monday. If they went back to using live rounds, it should be more than 6 dead on Monday. Again, the reports of 150 dead are not verified by no ground sources, no outside entity of the government. They just this crap they tell us. Overnight, security forces killed 2 more people and wounded 12 in Satra. Security and medical sources said. Hospital sources said the protesters died from bullet wounds to the head. The protesters had tried to attack the house of a senior government official. Security sources said, yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't at his house, but okay. Separately, that's what they try to use to justify killing people. If they try to attack the house of a senior government official, right? How come nobody in Iraq have guns? They couldn't do this in America because everybody has guns. Separately, at least 2 protesters were killed and dozens more wounded. And security forces opened fire on protesters camped out at the entrance of the main golf port of Qasr. A sit-in there has halted operations at the port since last Wednesday. The port handles the vast bulk of imports for a population that relies on food from abroad. So that's a little news of what's going on with the Iraq protests. Again, the 150 dead aren't verified. You got reporters out there taking pictures with cameras, camcorders recording. But ain't none of the reporters dead. Ain't none of the people with cameras dead. So I will add salt to this report of people being dead until they come out with concrete evidence. But again, the modern democracy of Iraq and the people are up in upheaval. And they're protesting. It's been 2003. It's been 16 years, y'all. 16 years of democracy, and they still ain't got it right. Even with the thing with the so-called Islamic State and then that hoodoo, voodoo crap, there shouldn't be no problem with the democracy. Like 16 years, shouldn't be no problem with democracy. It should have been on had jobs and clean water. It's not making sense. But they want to go spread democracy everywhere, and here you go. Here go one problem with it: protests. And they don't have no race problem over in Iraq. They got democracy, but they don't have no race problem, racism. That's amazing. I guess that's only for Europe and America. I guess. Right now, I'm just looking at pictures. People on tanks. People walking through the streets. That's a good picture somebody took. Let's play this video. Control, control, control opposition. And of course, Popeyes and the Mormon. Let's get into this video. It's going to start with Iraq. Iraq protests. So this is Iraq protest. This video of it in the right hand corner. People hanging out. It's all on state media owned video, state ran media video. Did they? I think they did cut the internet off to the citizens. Either way, the citizens should have video of people shooting at them. Again, it's very quiet in this video. It's just not much going on. There's people chattering, chit chatting. Some more video. Okay, guy in the ambulance. Let's pause here. He has no noticeable wounds, no gunshot wounds or nothing. Like nothing. When you go look at the video, there's nothing. As you can see, the actors in the white coats, all clean, no blood, no nothing, nowhere. No sense of urgency to get him to a hospital. Or maybe he just tripped over a rock and bruised his knee. Who knows? Who knows? And as you can see, they're checking somebody back out. I guess he got back cramps. I guess he got cramps from walking all day in a protest. Again, no blood nowhere. They're just checking. I guess they're giving him a massage, a back massage. I guess he cramping up, shooting b-ball all day with LeBron James. More night protests. Police or the medic or whoever trying to move people out the way. No sense of urgencies. That's somebody looking on their phone at a video. That's them carrying a person. I saw that. The person they carrying had no injuries. No noticeable injuries, no blood trail. I mean, they got some type of internet there because that was from a regular cell phone. They got some type of internet. How the hell you got internet, but no, but your country so your country's so shitty, and people complaining about poverty and healthcare and all this. But hey, they want to be ruled over by man and not by God. So hey, when you get man ruling over man, you always will get corruption. Even in family households, you got corrupt parents. That's anywhere, no matter what so-called country. Arab 24, gotcha. This is video of the bridge. The people was climbing the bridge. Apparently, they didn't shoot the people climbing the bridge. Again, I don't understand how the story goes. They use live ammunition to kill 150 protesters. And these protesters don't have guns themselves. So what was the real threat? Like, what was the real threat? And again, the citizens outnumber the military by far. It's millions of citizens. There's only a couple 100,000 in the military. So they really wanted to take something over. They could. They really wanted to take charge, they really could. It may be a lot of casualties, but in the end, the citizens win because there's more citizens than there's military. So it's a camping site. But the government there has to go because they, by reports, per reports, they killed 150 citizens. I don't care what the excuse was. No guns the citizens had. The government has to go. So I know that's gonna happen next. They're not gonna let that people in charge stay there. You know, of all the crap supposedly, allegedly, Iraq has been through the past 17 years, 16 years, you got this going on. Right. You had a fall of Saddam. You had America invading, dropping bombs. You had soldiers from America and other places getting convicted of murdering innocent people during the war. Then you had the ISIS people coming there causing trouble. Then they defeated them. Now you got this drama going on. There's always something going on. Always. It's always somebody's hand in a jar stirring up trouble. We're still in Iraq, looking at the bridge. Okay, what's the next video? I gotta make sure what's the next video. Let me pull it up. Okay, so that was Iraq in the protesting. And what was alarming to me was that 150 dead because the government decided to tell the soldiers to go ahead and kill them. That's how we read the report. Again, I can't verify 150 dead because I'm not on the ground there. There's no video from the citizens showing people getting shot. The people in the ambulance you see in these videos, they have no noticeable wounds. So there's no way to verify what's coming out of Iraq to the world is true. Okay, this is the Mormon, Mexico Mormon, 9 killed by ambush by the cartel. There's going to be a few videos looking into the car, the burnt up car. Then let me read the article if I find the exact same article. If I don't find it, let me recount, or let me tell you what I read. They shot up the car. The bullets hit the gas tank. It burnt the car up. Now we still not sure if bullets hitting the gas tank can spark a fire. People keep saying that only happens in Hollywood movies. When you shoot at a car, it goes up in flames. That only happens in Hollywood movie. Anyway, they shot up this car, killed the people in it. Then in the other cars, they opened the door and let the other people go. So the other people went back to the ranch and got help. So apparently they only shot up one car. Only one car. It was 3 of them. They only shot up one. They didn't kill everybody. This is why the story don't make sense. They didn't shoot up. If it was an ambush, everybody be dead. But only one car got shot up. Then they let everybody else go. That ain't much of an ambush, was it? Not much of a story. Let me find it. Let me find it. Mormon, Mexico, ambush. So I'm looking for the article. But that was the gist of the article, y'all. That not everybody died and not everybody got shot. Let me read from CNN. 9 members of a Mormon community were killed on the Mexican side of the U.S. border, and authorities are investigating whether the attack was the result of mistaken identity. Mistaken identity. It doesn't matter if it was mistaken identity or not. They were still gonna kill somebody. The slain victims included 3 women, 4 small children, 2 infants. Family member Alice, his last name sounds like LeBron. Alice LeBron said from Mexico, all 9 were dual U.S. Mexican citizens. The victims were all shot while in a vehicle driving. Several children survived the attack. The investigators believe 3 vehicles traveling between the states of Mexico, Sonora, and Chachua were ambushed by criminal groups Monday evening, said by Mexican authorities. Women and children were killed, burned alive. Mothers were screaming for the fire to stop. Mexican Security Minister Alfonso Durazo said the attack could have been a case of mistaken identity between conflicting groups in the area. The next paragraph goes on to say they were driving together for safety reasons. In each of these 3 car attacks, a mother was driving her children to see family. They were driving together for safety reasons, said Kendra Lee Miller, who's the sister-in-law of Ranita Miller, who was killed in the attack. 30 years old Ranita Miller was driving with some of her 7 children from Lemoore, Mexico, to Arizona to pick up her husband Howard, who was in the U.S. for work. So they was going from Mexico to Arizona, what, like 500-600 miles? Because you got to go past Texas, Arizona, 500-600 miles they were driving. He could have took a plane back, you guys. 500-600, he could have took a plane. Nobody's driving from that part of Mexico through Texas all the way to Arizona to go pick up your ass. The family was supposed to go to Kendra's wedding next week in Lemoore. In the second car, 43-year-old Donna Ray Lingford was driving. Donna was going to visit her family, her children, in Chua. Another member of Lemoore community, 29-year-old Christina Maria Langford Johnson, was driving the third car. Was going to meet her husband and the rest of the children because they were all moving up to North Dakota. So what happened in Mexico? You was all moving to North Dakota? It's a long ass drive from Mexico to North Dakota. You're going all the way from south to north. At one point in their journey, the vehicle broke down with a flat tire. How convenient. They left the disabled car behind, and they traveled back to Lemoore with the 2 other women and their children to get another car. Okay, let me skim through this right quick and see what parts I'm not gonna read. So they saw a fire in the distance, and that's where the caravan and the 3 cars were attacked. Somebody was fixing, the brother was fixing the car, saw a fire, didn't think anything of it. Okay. So here we go. Then he saw the explosion, went to check it out, and saw it was his mother's vehicle full of bullet holes, completely ablaze. So again, I don't know where the brother came from, but they went back to get another car. I guess they took the brother with him. So he's fixing a car. He looks ahead of the road where they were traveling ahead, because he wasn't traveling with them. He stayed back to fix the car. They all got another car. He looks ahead, I don't know how many miles. He sees a fire and explosion. So he goes to where the explosion at. And when you look at the news and you see him with his camera looking in the car, that's the person they talking about who was fixing the car. My brother was fixing the broken down vehicle, saw a fire, didn't think anything of it, Miller said. Then he saw an explosion, went to check it out, and saw it was his mother's vehicle. Saw it was her mother's vehicle full of bullet holes and completely ablaze. My dad Andre and a couple of uncles and relatives went to check up on the vehicle. All they found were charred remains, ash, and bone. Miller said there were remains inside and outside of the vehicle. Oh yeah, Mormon families are very massive. That's not just another word for cult, Mormon. The seven injured children in the ambush were flown from Mexico to Douglas. How convenient. To Douglas, Arizona for treatment. So they're now in America. As a mother, I feel angry. This is the mom, Senator Governor. So this is Sonora State Governor Claudia Popovich says she was outraged by the attack. As a mother, I feel angry, scorn, and profound pain for the cowardly events in the mountains between Sonora and Chihuahua. She tweeted. Then blah blah blah. This is a long ass story, y'all. Let's get into the video. You got the idea of what's going on with this story. Let's get into the video. That's him looking in the car. So this guy is the brother who they went back. So one of the cars broke down. They went back to the ranch, got another car, brought the brother with them to work on the car broken down. So he stayed back to work on the car. Everybody went ahead in the three other cars. He said, I saw an explosion. He went to the explosion. By the time he got there, everybody was gone. But everybody was gone. The cartel was gone. They hold ass. So this is what he saw when he got there. And the photo at the top right is of the car also. This is for the record. And it didn't take him long to get to the car. It didn't take him long to get there. So I don't know how long he waited to turn on the camera to record. Maybe it took him like 30 minutes or less to walk to the car and everybody was gone. Nita and four of my grandchildren are burnt. Shut up. Nita and four of my grandchildren are burnt. Shut up. No, it doesn't sound like legit emotion. When you look at the video, you won't see any charred up bodies. As we just read, they said there was charred up bodies on the outside and inside of the car. There's no bodies here, people. There's no bodies in the car. There's no bodies on the outside. You can't say the medics came and got the bodies. Didn't nobody come get the bodies because this is him. He was the first person on the scene. So there's nobody else there but him. Maybe one other person, but there's no bodies in that car, people. He was the first person there, so ain't no medics come. I really don't know how long it take a medic to get out there anyway. Right on the road out of Lamorta. Okay, that's going back to Iraq. I think I did a video. Let's see this Iraq thing. It's supposed to be another video of the car, but let's watch this because I got another video in this. If not, I'll do a screencast and go over to YouTube and we'll watch it. But again, the car in the top right, there's no dead bodies in the car. There's no dead bodies outside of the car. It's like they just shot the car, an empty car, and they set it on fire, waited, let the cameras roll, and told us a good story. So, this is more Iraq protests, bottom right corner. Everybody just walking around on the scooters, chilling. I can't fast forward on this broadcast app. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, I can fast forward. My bad. Let me fast forward for y'all. Okay, the car scene coming up. Okay, yeah, you can't fast forward on this. Okay. Here go the car. Tell me if you see a body. No bodies. No. It's supposed to be bodies, dog. Don't tell me no stupid shit, y'all. Don't tell me no stupid shit. Where the bodies at? Show me the bodies.
This is for the record.
Bodies don't disappear when they get burned up. I know how charred bodies look. I know how burnt up bodies look. It's supposed to be 9 bodies in that car, y'all. And a couple of them bodies supposed to be outside the car. Okay, keep going. Let me see which one. Okay, more footage. Same footage, but different news. Yeah, nobody. He just went in the car for y'all. He's going inside the car for y'all, everybody.
My grandchildren are burnt.
Let's do that again. As you can see, he's looking inside the car for us, and he's showing us there's no charred bodies. Okay. It's supposed to be 9 people in that car, everybody.
This is for the record. Nita and 4 of my grandchildren are burnt. Shut up.
Yeah, he is American. Anyway. Yeah. And maybe the fire was so freaking strong, it didn't take him long to get there. So freaking strong. The fire was so strong that the bodies just disappeared. And people gonna tell me some stupid stuff. They always tell me stupid stuff. Like when we question stuff we're shown, we always get idiots that come and tell us, oh, it's this, that, and the third. Well, no, what do your eyes see? And you just making stuff up in your head now. I go with what my eyes see. My eyes don't see any bodies, you know. My eyes don't see a medic. My eyes don't see people pulling bodies out the car. Nothing. Just nothing, y'all.
This is for the record. Nita and 4 of my grandchildren are burnt. Shut up.
Burnt alive. Yeah. Okay.
So tonight at...
Okay, this is gonna be the Popeyes thing. Okay, so far we was in Iraq, looking at the Iraqi protests and all that drama. Then we went to Mexico with this Mexico morning drama with 9 Mormons dead. They was on their way. What the hell? On the way to Arizona. Some of them was on their way to Arizona. Some was going somewhere else. From Mexico, Arizona. So you're traveling over 400, 500 miles. And now we're getting into this chicken pot pie murder. Let me see. I really don't got to pull up an article to explain what's going on. Some guy was shot over a chicken sandwich, apparently. Usually, in these cases, it's more than a chicken sandwich. When you can go inside of Popeyes, people are always fighting over something. Not always. But it's not over food. It's over some other shit. You know, you may meet somebody you got beef with inside the restaurant and shit gets set off. Like, people not shooting people over chicken. Because there's no food shortage. There's no food shortage in America. We still got food stamps in America. People still got welfare and all that. Like, it's not all out crazy. When welfare go away, the grocery stores run out of food, then you'll see people start fighting over food because people still don't know how to hunt. You don't know how to hunt your own food. You know, we hunted food before government came and took over the world. Before government took over, there was people hunting for food and trading for stuff. Like, there wasn't no money. There wasn't no jobs. Job was to be a man and provide by going out and hunting. Then you made fur. You used the fur of the animals to keep warm and made and stitch stuff. Why they say stab? Oh, man, stabbed. Okay, why did they say shot? Let's read CNN since I like Don Lemon and Mr. Kumo. So let's read CNN. You know, Don Lemon is a lesbian, and Mr. Kumo has an attitude. Somebody called him Fredo. He got mad. Go watch Mr. Kumo Fredo. Now that's a short article CNN did. Let me find a longer article, something more with details in it. Go forward, because this shit be acting, my language, this stuff be acting slow. I want no 3 incidents. They're talking about 3. Okay, 12 minutes ago, there was a report. 3 incidents reported at Popeyes in Edgewood during the return. Let me read this first about the first incident. But this chicken sandwich, man, we already had a chicken sandwich. Like, we didn't need, down here, we didn't need for it to get put back on the menu. You know, they said Sunday was National Chicken Sandwich Day when Popeyes was supposed to get the chicken sandwiches back. Man, in many places, Popeyes already had the chicken sandwich back. They just did promotion and said the chicken sandwich is back when they already had it back. All right. Just for those people who don't go to Popeyes, like, we already had a chicken sandwich for the past months and months and months. We never ran out of the chicken sandwich. It was still on the menu. It's been on the menu since like April or before April, and they never ran out. So I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand why they did this promotion talking about the chicken sandwich back and it's being back. I don't understand that. I don't want to see the stabbing. TMZ got a video look like other stabbing. I don't want to see that shit. Let's read this. Man fatally stabbed over Popeye's chicken sandwich. The stabbing occurred after someone cut the line. Really? The police said the popular chicken sandwich returned to restaurant Sunday after a hiatus. It wasn't no hiatus. We still had them here. That's just good promotion to say, oh, they didn't have them, so we brought them back. That's good promotion. Just to buzz up attention. The authorities are searching for a man who they say fatally stabbed another man in the altercation while waiting for Popeye's new chicken sandwich in Maryland on Monday night. And I'm going to go look at that video later to see if it's legit or not. But maybe he wasn't waiting in line for a chicken sandwich. He could have been waiting for the order of iced tea and a 3-piece and a biscuit. But I guess they told him, well, he's dead, so how we know he was waiting for a chicken sandwich? He's dead. Dead man can't talk, so we don't know if he's waiting for a chicken sandwich. So that's red flag number 1. Like, right when Popeyes come out with a chicken sandwich, here comes some more bullshit to drum up customers and attention. If anything, it's going to make people not want to go to Popeyes, but since they got a drive-thru, people going to go to the drive-thru. Let's continue. The violence struck a startling contrast with the incitement around the changed, much-hyped chicken sandwich, which had led to long lines around the country, hiccups in availability, and flurry of memes, as well as marketing battles between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A and Popeyes work together. They work together. They don't care who goes to what store. They really don't. It's something they do their marketing together. Cause they know you're gonna go to Popeyes and you're gonna go to Chick-fil-A too. You can go online on YouTube and look at all the Chick-fil-A Popeyes reviews. Cause when it first came out, when was this? A couple months ago when the craze started. You can go on YouTube and see all the people who did reactions to eating the sandwich and eating Chick-fil-A sandwich and them judging both sandwiches. So either way, Popeyes and Chick-fil-A both got off. They both made money. And Popeyes still open, so they making money anyway. They ain't got to sell a chicken sandwich because they still making money. And they work coherent with each other, cohesively, or whatever that word is. Let me read on. This is extremely difficult. This is extremely difficult to put in words, Jennifer Dolan said, a spokesman for the police department of Prince George County. At a news conference, she said, when we lose a life in our county, it is devastating. Yeah. It's devastating, yeah. But if the police open fire on an unarmed black person or white person that did nothing wrong, it's not devastating. And the police get off. Because they say, I thought I saw a gun or I felt threatened. Yeah. The stabbing occurred in Oxon Hill. What's MD state? Okay, Washington. Okay. About 9 miles south of the Capitol Hill in Washington. So Maryland. Oxon Hill, Maryland. It happened around 7 p.m. The police responded to a call of a fight between two men inside a Popeyes restaurant. Mr. Donlin said, adding that the argument spilled out onto the street where one man stabbed the other. The man was 28 years old who was stabbed and rushed to the hospital where he died from his injury. His identity is not given. Well, he wasn't rushed to the hospital. It took maybe, okay, you're outside fighting, you get stabbed, somebody called the police. It took maybe 10, 12 minutes for the police to come, then go to the hospital, then he died. So it wasn't like he was rushed to the hospital. We have been able to determine that preliminary that this is related to the release of the chick. It's not related to the release. They said he skipped the line in the first sentence. The first paragraph of this story, they said somebody skipped the line. And they got into an argument with somebody skipping the line. It's not over no chicken sandwich. Adding that the man had been in line to buy the sandwich. How can you say the man was in the line to buy the sandwich? This is how foolish this sounds. I'm in line to buy the sandwich. Somebody skips the line. We start arguing. I guess we say, let's take this outside. We go to take it outside. Somebody pulls a knife. Somebody gets stabbed. And 10, 12 minutes later, rush to the hospital, dies. Does any of that sound like it's over a chicken sandwich? Like, I'm not fighting nobody because they skipped the line. I'm not fighting you. So the time let's take this outside. Like, if you skip the line, it's going to be more than one person looking at you on your ass for skipping the line, dog. It's a bunch of black people that go to these stores. And there's going to be somebody on your ass. You skip the line. That's to say, you don't get over on black people like that. It's easier to skip a line at Chick-fil-A, if you're black, because all them white people ain't going to bother you. And that's the illusion of color. The color is an illusion. Race is an illusion. Of course, white people will act the same way, but this story is just crazy. Let's read on. This is the last story. I'm gonna end this live. Then I'm gonna look at the video TMZ has, if they have the video. It look like they have the video. We have been able to determine blah blah blah. Okay, Dolan said, adding that the man had been in line to buy the sandwich. You didn't have to point out he was there to buy the sandwich. He never made an order, so you don't know what he was in line for. He's dead, so I don't know if he talked to the medics. Well, he was bleeding to death, talking to the medics. I don't know. Like, you're in back of the ambulance bleeding to death. They ask you what happened. Like, well, he said, I was in a line to buy the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Popeyes chicken sandwich did it. It was the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Ridiculous. Someone cut in front of the other, she said. She said, which is the representative for the police department. The authorities have asked anyone who was inside the restaurant at the time of the fight to contact the police if they have any information. The police have also urged the man who carried out the stabbing to turn himself in. I mean, he's not going to turn himself in for murder, y'all. It's not going to happen. No more. People do turn themselves in when they murder somebody, but he's not turning himself in. especially when he escalated the conflict by telling him to take it outside. I mean, the article don't say he said take it outside, but someone said take it outside, and these two idiots took it outside. Two immature big ass babies. For you to get angry over anything, for that type of anger, I'm reading the article now. For you to get that angry over anything, for that type of anger to develop, and this type of violence, again, it's a very sad and tragic day. It is sad and tragic, man, and it's ridiculous. Like, man, big ass baby that skipped the line, big ass baby that got mad at the dude for skipping the line, and ended up going outside fighting. So I gotta clarify who did the stabbing. It probably was the guy who skipped the line. Probably the one who did the stabbing. Let's continue. Miss Dolan said that person needs to turn himself in. That's less likely. Does Popeyes have cameras in their lobby? They should. We are very sad to hear about the tragedy in Maryland tonight, a spokesman for Popeyes said in a statement on Tuesday. Yeah, they're very sad to hear about it, but bad PR is good PR, and it sells sandwiches. So they're sad, but they're looking at their bank accounts and people buying this sandwich because of this publicity stunt. Because of this publicity they're getting, this extra publicity they getting, this free publicity they getting. We do not yet know whether this was the result of a dispute over the chicken sandwich or something unrelated. So yeah, they don't know. But the police trying to tell them and us is over the chicken sandwich. But there's no reason for someone to lose their life in a parking lot over a chicken sandwich. Our thoughts are with the victim's family and friends. We are fully cooperating with local authorities. I don't know why the spokeswoman and Popeyes had to cooperate. They didn't do nothing wrong. Of course, you're fully cooperating. You didn't do nothing wrong. The chicken sandwich craze hit, back in August. So, you go back on YouTube, do search results, go back to August. You'll see all those reviews people did on buying the chicken sandwich from Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. Let me skim over this, see if there's anything else. Okay, this read this last part, and we're gonna end this live. The chain announced last month the sandwich will return on Sunday, November 3rd, which also happens to be National Sandwich Day. And National Sandwich Day is another made-up day. 2019, 2018, you can now make up national days. You can do National Donut Day, National Blow Your Nose Day, National Wipe Your Ass Day, National Brush Your Teeth Day, National Give a Homeless Person a Sandwich Day. We can make up any type of national days now. It's not federal chicken day, it's just national. Some shit we made up in the media. So we can make up days. I think the lesbian, the LGBTQ people have a LGBTQ awareness month now. So not only do gay people have a Pride month, they got a separate month for awareness. So now gay people have 2 months. Let me verify that, and I'll come back to y'all with that. But that's what I read from the article. Gay people have 2 months for awareness, one for Pride and one for awareness. It's freaking ridiculous, y'all. Okay, that's the lie. Let me recap. We went to Iraq to see about the 150 dead in protests, or the allegations that 150 are dead because the government military killed 150 people. We didn't see no evidence of dead people. We saw people in ambulance. The people in the ambulance had no wounds at all, no type of wounds. Maybe they tripped over a rock or something. Then we saw them climbing bridges. Well, you can see in the pictures at the top. So, you see the picture on the left, top left? Okay. That's Iraq. That's them carrying somebody who has no visible wounds, no bullet wounds, no nothing. I don't know what's wrong with him. When y'all get some free time, go look up what control opposition is. That's them climbing the bridge over in Iraq. Carrying a tire, climbing the bridge. There's a reason for the tire. I don't know why. I don't freaking know why they're climbing the bridge. In reports, they said some people were shot because they were trying to storm the house of one of the government officials, in which the government official wasn't home, and in which I don't take that account of events to be true because there's no evidence. You can't just tell me something and provide me with no evidence, and then you provide me with video of nobody hurt at all. Like, you just can't tell me this shit. There's protests going on. Again, control opposition. You got the gullible masses. You got people under spells. That's all over the world under spells. Let's go over to Mexico. Then we went to Mexico. And here you see the burnt up car that was shot up by the cartel. Apparently, you can shoot a car and it explodes. I don't know how much truth it is to that, but it sounds possible. But people say it only happens in Hollywood that you shoot a gas tank and it explodes. I don't know. It seems like it's possible because if a bullet hit a gas tank and sparks fly, maybe it could catch fire, but I don't know. I don't research that shit. And in the video, we saw him looking in the car, and there was no bodies in the car. There was no charred bodies in the car or outside the car. Reports said the bodies was in the car, outside the car, 9 dead bodies. He was the first on the scene. So when you go look at video of Mexico Mormon 9 dead, this is gonna be the brother who's first on the scene, or the husband, whoever he is. He's from the Mormon community. He was the first on the scene. He saw an explosion. He walked to the explosion, and this is what he recorded. And the car should still be burning out, because it only took him 30 minutes to walk from where he was at, fisting the other car. The car should still be burning. There's no bodies nowhere, people. Don't come on my channel talking about there's bodies and there's no bodies. I don't know why they didn't put no fake fucking dummies in there. Anyway. Then Popeyes, somebody got stabbed in Popeyes. Mr. Popeyes, gotta have it, gotta love it. Popeyes, Louisiana chicken. Somebody skipped the line of Popeyes. Dude got mad. They said, let's take it outside. So one of them pulled a knife and stabbed the other. And that's what happened with that. So they're saying it was over a chicken sandwich, which it wasn't over a chicken sandwich. Because the dude who died never said, dead man can't talk. He never said why he was there in the first place. So, I mean, I don't know why we use this. Why you would use a story like this to promote the chicken sandwich, everybody. Like, the validity of the story is in question now that they're using the chicken sandwich as an excuse. The validity of the story is in question, people. And there we go. That's it, people. So look at my memes at the bottom. So what's the first meme? When Popeyes come out with their new chicken sandwich, I'm the Trojan one. So the left-hand corner, when Popeyes come out with their chicken sandwich, it's a picture of a chicken sandwich on a dude's head. And it says, I'm the chosen one. So Popeye's chicken sandwich is the chosen one. And that's kind of mockery to Jesus Christ. So it's funny, but it's not funny at the same time, because you're mocking Lord Jesus Christ. Then Popeye's chicken. Hold on, let me blow it up. Well, y'all can see that. Let me see that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's Hermit the Frog, or Kermit the Frog. Let's read it. Popeye's chicken sandwich is the best. Run, tell that, you tell everything else. That was funny. That was funny. He's on the phone talking about the chicken sandwich is the best. Run, tell that, you tell everything else. That reminds me, you tell everything else. That reminds me of Martin Lawrence stand-up special. Run, tell that. I might watch that later on YouTube. Martin Lawrence, run, tell that. I haven't seen it in a while. Okay, y'all. This has been Awkward Occurrence with Awkward Entertainment. All right, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.